Melissa, I hope you're feeling better. I told you I'd put this video together for you, so I just spent the last about 45 minutes putting together this demo webinar for you. I basically just stole the Professional Services Power Series Part 4 that you've got upcoming. So I've got all the speakers and everything here. But yeah, I just wanted to walk you through what this could potentially look like in a fully branded environment. So as far as the user experience is concerned, the first place that people see once they enter the event is going to be this networking lounge. And I really wanted to demonstrate where we can where we can improve your conversion rates and make sure that you are getting MQLs, pipeline attribution, conversions, whatever KPIs you guys are currently looking to boost, how we can help with those specific metrics. So as you see here, we've got a number of different tables. Each one of these tables can be assigned individual discussion topics and can obviously be branded. So I've got some Reich logos here. We can switch these around really easily. I think I've got a couple of other Reich logos. So again, obviously lots of customization options here, but you've got a couple of different options. You can either use this before and after. You can use it just before. Usually what we see when people are doing webinars is they'll go straight into the content and then they'll build something into their schedule. Like, as you see here, I've got a networking and open Q&A with product specialists. So you can have this area closed. It goes straight into the content, and then we push everybody to this networking lounge after the actual webinar is done. But each one of these tables is assigned discussion topics. So you can have members of your support team or members of your sales team live in the webinar itself. So as a sales rep, I can be hanging out at this table, and after the webinar, attendees can come in and out of this table. I can be doing product demonstrations. I'm not able to share my screen right now because it's just me in the demo account. But I can be going through a pricing page. I could be walking attendees through our website. Again, the sky's the limit. But for me personally, and how I use this feature during our own webinars, is I go to these different tables and I do some low-key qualification and I book meetings directly in the webinar itself. So obviously that's going to greatly reduce your time to MQL and really reduce your reliance on drip campaigns and sending information over to your sales team post-webinar. Now, we can also provide spaces for your attendees to chat amongst themselves based on their use case. So I've got resource management and project management. It could be based on industries, so manufacturing, financial services. You could have fun icebreaker tables like, are you a cat person or a dog person? Really what we're trying to do is provide that face-to-face interaction live while the event is happening, so you guys can increase those conversions. Now, once we pop into the actual, the stage, we'll go backstage first. So I'll just move this over here. So you can see that I'm currently on stage. We do have a perpetual backstage. Again, I'll have to ask you to use your imagination. Unfortunately, Christian and Seth aren't joining me right now. I'm sure they have better things to do. But yeah, you have total control over who's actually being displayed. And then once we're actually ready to go, I'll start this session. Again, you don't have to have that lounge open, but the way that this license is designed is if you do have that lounge open beforehand, and let's say the webinar starts at 1 and you can open it at 12:30 and allow people to come and network, ask questions. But once this session is live, we effectively close that lounge. So you don't have to worry about stragglers hanging out in that lounge or anything like that. If a session is live, that's the content that people are going to see. So even if I log in 10 minutes late, I'm going to be brought directly into the audience for the session itself. Again, obviously fully brandable. Please forgive me, I'm not a designer, so these stage backdrops are pretty basic, but I wanted to give you a taste of what's possible. By default, we're going to record all your sessions, and then we've got all your Melissa, expected functionality, chats. People can provide emoji reactions. Somebody says something really great and we want to highlight it on stage, I can do that as well. More formal Q&As. Melissa. Attendees can upvote questions. These questions can be moderated if you'd like. And then once we start going through the Q&A portion, we can start presenting these questions up on stage. And I've got lots of different layout options as far as how I want to display all this stuff. Polling, super important as well for data collection. If you guys do breakout rooms, you can do that as well. But the two most important things that I wanted to highlight for you, again, really speaking to that demand gen use case. The first is our resources tab. So you want to make relevant content available for download. So the obvious example is if you're going through a PowerPoint in your in the webinar, make that PowerPoint available. But you can also add ancillary documents as well, like a white paper that you released, or maybe somebody from Reich spoke on a podcast that's relevant for the content that you're covering. Make that podcast available for download. But where this gets interesting is we're actually going to track what all of your attendees are doing. So you're going to have access to this information, not only through the Airmeet Analytics tab, which I'm going to show you in just a second, but we're also going to push that information into Salesforce or HubSpot. So me as a sales rep, really great information for me to see in the contact object. If I'm calling, maybe I'm working on a deal with a client and they attended the webinar, I get to see what questions did they ask, what resources did they download. All that information is going to be readily available for me in the CRM. So that's super important. And then the last piece is our in-session CTAs. So I built one of these out already. These can be pushed in front of your audience at any time. And they're going to receive, and again, I apologize, this Reich logo is not rendering very well, but again, I'm not a designer, please forgive me. But your attendees will receive a personalized message. So, hi, Taylor, you want to see a demo? Click below. Yes, I am interested. And that's going to take us right to the form to, to go into your, whatever the process is, but to start the MQL. So that's, again, really high level overview. But the other thing I wanted to show you is our analytics tab. So we're going to track all of your attendees' engagements throughout the lifetime of Airmeet. So you can see within their Air profile, I can see every session that they've attended across all of your events on Airmeet. I can see every poll that they've responded to and how they responded to it, every CTA that they've clicked on, every question that they've asked, and every resource that they've clicked or downloaded. Now we're going to aggregate all this information and assign an attendee engagement score. And you can actually take that score and through your integration with, I believe HubSpot is what you guys do for marketing, but Salesforce as well. We can take that score and you can actually build that into your lead scoring equation, I guess you'd say, or your lead scoring metrics within your CRM or your marketing automation tool. So really quick high level overview. Hopefully you've got time to go through this, but I wanted to put something together for you just so you see all the different options as far as branding is concerned and what this could look like for a Reich demo. So thanks so much. And looking forward to chatting with you guys again soon. Clark, Melissa, if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. That's literally what I'm here for. So if we need to schedule additional demos, other stakeholders, whatever you need, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help. So thanks so much and enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.